You're watching Good Business San Diego.
Welcome back. Today is Financial Awareness Day, and United Way of San Diego and California Coast Credit Union are joining forces to stress the importance of financial literacy at an early age. They're launching a new program aimed at helping young people understand banking, saving, and financial decision-making. James McConchie from United Way of San Diego and Kyra Seay from Cal Coast are here with details on this effort to help accelerate financial education. And not a moment too soon. You can't start too soon, right?
Very true.
I'm glad to have you in to talk about this. So, James, let me ask you, why is it that United Way of San Diego has made this such a priority, this focus on financial literacy?
Well, we've been doing this career readiness program for youth and helping them explore and find opportunities for high growth jobs in the region. But what we realize is that what we need to couple that with is the financial literacy, so that when those young people get those jobs, they know what to do with that money. They know how to save, how to invest it in their future. Because at the end of the day, the reality is San Diego is a beautiful place, but it's an expensive place.
It is. I mean, this is really why it needs to be a priority here. The cost of living, housing, all of these issues that people are going to deal with all across the country, but they're maybe a little bit more obvious here because of the challenges that we have financially, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's right. And I think what we've seen is that when we couple those two together, young people, financial literacy, it's not just about dollars and cents. It's about helping build the skills and the resources so that they can have financial freedom, choose the things they want to do, build for their future, get parts of those American dream that they can get through that financial literacy.
Okay, Kyra, let's talk about the participation of Cal Coast in this, partnering with United Way of San Diego with the Dream with STEAM program.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that and what kind of education you'll be conveying to kids.
Yeah, for us, we like to start with the fundamentals, right? What's really nice about participating with Dream with STEAM is that that's exploring careers and pathways, whereas it was just mentioned, right, helping kids understand that the money basics, the money skills that go along with those career pathways really can mean a different life so much sooner, a life of financial stability, financial prosperity. So we start with the basics, just understanding credit, checking and savings accounts, needs versus wants, really setting kids up for that personal finance lesson that's going to make a difference as they approach those decisions.
And statistically, I know a lot of people don't, adults and children, don't have the level of financial literacy that we'd like to see to help them become successful.
Oh, absolutely. I don't know about you all, but I've got a 13 and 15-year-old, and it's amazing to see how eager kids today are to really understand these issues around personal finance. They have questions. They want to understand more. And a lot of times we find, yes, that in the household, this is helping parents too, take on those better habits, those basic understandings of how they can just manage their finances a little differently and have a different type of experience with finances.
And so 13 and 15-year-olds, do they know how to spend?
Oh, gosh. Extremely well.
That part they've got, right?
Figured out.
But this is good because, I mean, this is a real world, real practical experience. This is not just theory, right?
Absolutely, and that's the beauty of the programming, right? We're teaching kids about a career pathway. They're, bringing those ideas to life, seeing what that career can look like, and also thinking about the money that comes along with that career and how to best manage that money. And teaching someone that early in life can change their entire trajectory.
Absolutely. James, we've got about 30 seconds left here, but how do people within the community, kids, parents, adults, anybody in the community that's interested in supporting this program, how do they get involved?
Yeah, we'd love to have more banks and financial institutions offering our Bank On certified accounts. We'd love to have organizations that can help connect people to bank accounts. We know 1 in 8 San Diegans is either unbanked or underbanked, and that can cost someone up to $40,000 over the course of a lifetime. So connecting them to those banking services. If you're a parent, start small and build. Find those opportunities to learn alongside your child so that you can all build the skills necessary.
So important what you're doing. Appreciate your time. Thanks so much. Best of luck with the program. All right, we'll be back with more of Good Business San Diego right after this.